Okay, so this is part of the project which I am significantly more au fait with. I have done this sort of thing before. I need to build an enclosure to hold the project, and I want to build an enclosure which can go on the wall as basically as a piece of art. So I have bought this inexpensive IKEA frame, and it really was quite inexpensive. And I'm going to start by, there's lots of little sort of tabs that hold the piece of cardboard in the back. I'm just going to remove them all because I don't need them. So these are all coming out, and that is that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this thin sheet of Perspex and I'm going to glue it in. Before I do that, I have to peel off the sticky, or the sort of protective backing from it. And that's that prepared for the next step, which is to cut down 4 pieces of strip wood, like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue them into the shape of a rectangle such that it fits inside. So that's what we shall do. Okay, so for the next step I have got these little plastic blocks that have got magnets on them, and I'm going to glue them in place on the side so that this thing will keep the frame attached to it. So let's get on with that. Okay, we are getting there. We have got the magnets glued on, so the next thing I have to do is I've got this sheet of white-faced hardboard which I had cut down to size actually by the shop where I bought it from, because it was free to have it cut down to size. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to glue this onto this frame. I think you can probably see exactly where this is going now. Right, that's probably enough power tools piled on it, and the next step is to wait for it to dry, and then we can start to get the thing hung up. Okay, so now I've removed all the heavy things from the top and the glue has dried. What I have got, so I've got this piece of cardboard which originally came with it, which is supposed to be the backing, a bit flimsy, but it enables me to cut out 4 holes in a reliable place, which means I can get the place to put these little clips in so they can all go in a sensible place. And what that will mean is that I can hang this from the wall. I live on a boat, as you can probably see, so I need it to be able to fix to the wall at 4 places, but easily removable, and also not prone to jumping off when I hit things in the boat. So, with this template, that means I line it up nicely. There we go. 4 squares put on here, onto which I can glue these. And of course I can use the same template, which is rather the point, to hang the equivalents on the walls, and then I should be ready to go. So let's get that done. Okay, so this is broadly what we've been working towards. We've got some clips on the wall. Admittedly, one is slightly too high, another one is slightly too low, which means that it doesn't totally hang straight, but then I don't actually care that much. We've got this board, which is going to contain the computer, and then all we have to do is hang it on those clips. It's nice and secure, and frame magnets on over the top. Oh, it would do if I put it in properly. Let's try it that way up. There we go. One computer display cabinet. Lovely. Okay, and our next job is to prepare the breadboards to go into the computer display cabinet in the sort of precise arrangement that I would like them. I'll explain all this later when we get to it. However, I'm going to get some of these BB100R rails and then clip them together. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get a whole bunch of these breadboards and I'm going to cut off one of the rails at the top, and you'll see why in a minute. So we get a knife and we make a slice at the top and a slice at the bottom. Gives us just enough space to get a ruler in there, and then gently, using several cuts, we can cut through the sticky material on the bottom. And this will come off with a bit of luck. So we can see it's got, yep, that's it. Okay, and then we've got power rails on the bottom but not on the top. And then I can get on and assemble my board as follows. Okay, and I've laid this out on my bed for the moment, but you can see this is how I am going to lay out my board. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 breadboards with one bus bar between them. I've got 5 bus bars on one side and 8 bus bars on the other side, and I'm going to do some connecting together of power rails and what have you before the next video off camera, and also stick this down to the backboard, and all will be explained as to precisely what I'm doing at the beginning of the next video. So I'll see you there. Goodbye.